Hi, my name is Kai. I'm sick. I make videos about my life, and welcome to another surgery vlog. And if you have not seen my last video, go watch it because that is all about preparation for surgery. This video is the actual surgery. So without any more explanation or anything like that, enjoy.
Pretty floppy?
Yeah.
Alright, let's put this over here.
It's like entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh.
Say hi.
So much of it, so I need you to grab my elbow and lift the upper portion of my arm.
Like that?
Yeah, and like... Thank you.
This is the shit that I'm gonna be putting up with for the next 3 days.
Oh god.
Love my friends.
Try. So I totally just dislocated my shoulder. I don't know if you can even see it on camera, but like, it's like out. Can you even like, does it? Oh. What do I do? Oh my god.
Okay, ready?
We're ready.
Live. This is all you guys.
Set.
I literally can't.
You gotta pick it up beyond.
Just touch my boob. I don't care.
Okay. I'm afraid to touch
I
your
have
shoulder.
no awareness of where I am. My shoulder's fine.
That's
Okay,
the
do
funny
you mind if I
part.
touch?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Do you mind if I touch?
Yeah, there we go.
Just be gentle because I am in pain.
Oh, you're here like, oh, do whatever. Yeah,
Actually, I don't know. I trust you to move wherever. Just be gentle with it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm freaking
And
the
just
fuck
like
out.
that, she needs another surgery. All right. Hello. My arm is currently in cheese. That's not actually cheese. It's styrofoam. But
Cheese.
it's cheese. So I don't think I've actually updated since like this morning, like properly updated. Surgery went well. Essentially we got there, checked me in, everything like that. I went back, did the whole fun urine sample, and then they got me to a bed and hooked me up to blood pressure and put on the heart monitor, like all the boring stuff. And then they tried to get an IV in. This was fun. They're like, okay, so because I called ahead of time to see if they can do access a port, and they said no, and to like leave it de-accessed because there's metal in the needle and that'll interfere with some of the scans. So keep it de-accessed. They can't use it. They'll have to do an IV. So they're like, so you heart stick? And I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah. The only good vein I have is my right AC, which, yeah, that's inconvenient because it's my right arm I had surgery on. Whoops. So I was kind of like, I have a vein in my left arm that's kind of deep in my elbow, but it worked most of the time. So they tried that one first, but there was so much scar tissue on it, they couldn't actually get to the vein. And they thought they had it, but they didn't, and ended up blowing, so they blew my elbow. So then she goes, and she's like, okay, I think I see another vein in your wrist. Let's try this one. Hello, I'm updating the vlog. So yeah, she was going to go for my vein, and it's like, you can kind of see, so she went in from one side of my wrist, and the vein immediately blew. There was absolutely nothing she could do to kind of stop it, so they kind of just like took that IV back out. And at that point, they're like, we don't really know what to do. We don't even see any other veins, so what do we do? And they're like, okay, we can look at the feet and see if we can do an IV in the foot. And I was like, no, thank you. Okay, this sounds highly unpleasant, but all right, let's just do this. So they go to check my feet. They're like, you don't have any veins in your feet. What the heck? Why are you so cold? It's like, oh yeah, the second I lie down, my blood pressure and body temperature just plummet. That's a fun thing. Okay, but do you have good veins in your foot? Weird question, but like...
Yeah?
Yeah, see, exactly. Most people have good veins in their feet.
I have this one right here. It's like, kind of good, but like, I think my ankle has better ones.
I have nothing.
I know you have nothing. That's why you're broken.
What in the world? No veins on my feet. And they were really concerned with how cold they were, so they immediately grabbed a bunch of blankets and just started swaddling me. Like, wrapped my entire arm up, wrapped my feet up, wrapped me just like...
No, this has good veins.
Why does everybody have good feet veins but me? But yeah, no, so they could not find a veins. They swaddled me in blankets. They were genuinely like, we have no idea what to do, so they went to grab some the ultra scan. What's the word when you're pregnant and you're doing the scan?
Ultrasound?
Ultrasound, there we go. So they went to grab the ultrasound, like, little machine thing to try and find a vein that way. They're still trying to find other veins. Eventually, they were using a pediatric, like, IV needle on me, and they were like, we gotta get the infant one, because your veins are not big enough. I was like, there's a reason I have a port. But they finally get one in my hand, so I have, like, 3 massive bruises on my left arm just from IVs, and it's not, oh, I'm having muscle spasms in my arm now. That was weird. It's like by my elbow. Anyways.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, so eventually got the IV, and then they went to do the nerve block, which I'll show you guys a video of kind of what it looks like now. They kind of did it in my collarbone area, so my shoulder, my elbow, and all of my hand just completely numb, could not move any of the joints, things like that. I got a little, like, teary up doing this part, mostly because they gave you the, as they say, happy juice that makes you less anxious. And that stuff always makes me really stressed on, like, the opposite end, because then I'm, like, not in control anymore. So I kind of just go, I'm not in control, not in control, not in control, and, like, freeze up and get really stressed. And then they, like, did that, and almost as soon as it kicked in, immediately, like, did the, like, nerve block. And it did hurt. It hurt a lot. And so I was like, I'm not in control, this hurts. And I just, like, start crying. It was, like, not a pleasant experience. Sorry, Sophia, you're just getting this story, like, so many times on repeat. Yeah, the nurses were, like, really nice about it. The anesthesiologist was really nice about it. They were all, like, really chill, and distracted me with how floppy my hand was, and was like, look at your hand, it's kind of silly. And I was like, it is silly. But I was definitely still crying a little bit. And then at that point, it was just time to wait for my arm to go completely numb. And then they came back, they're like, all right, it's time to go. And they're like, all right, we'll take your glasses and your hearing aids. And at this point I was like, okay. And I'd kind of had the realization that, like, not, like, going back to, like, pre-op would be the time, like, I lost function to my hand, but, like, doing the nerve block, I couldn't move it, I had no control of it. So at that point, I'd essentially already lost the function to my hand for a long time, and it, like, hit me really hard that I wasn't gonna have it, and I was just really stressed about the surgery anyways. And so, you know, all of that combined, and I was just kind of like, oh my god, okay, here are my glasses, here are my hearing aids. I will not be able to hear your voices if we're in any noisy environment whatsoever, and I don't have my glasses, so I cannot lip read from a distance. But the entire care team, like, these were one of the best care teams I think I've ever had. They were so nice. Everyone was immediately, like, they got really close to me, took their mask down, and let me, like, lip read, and, like, I was just, they were really nice. So they bring me back to OR, get me all set up. They're starting to put my arm, like, in the little setup that they have to have, and then pretty much from there, they start swaddling me in blankets again, but this time just trying to keep me in place and keep me warm and stuff. And so they leave your head out and your arm out of the blankets for this, at least at my like surgeon. And the second they put the blanket around my head, I realized I couldn't hear anything, so it was covering my ears. And I kind of like panicked, and there was like one nurse, I can't remember who she was or what her name was now, but I was a little bit high on drugs at this point. And she stood next to me, and I was like, I can't hear anything, I can't hear. And she's like, that's okay, you're okay. And like she put her mask down so I could like lip read, and then if she was gonna talk to me, because it was quieter in the OR room, she'd move the blanket and she'd be able to talk into my ear so I could hear her. So appreciative. And then she was like, all right, we're gonna push the medication in, it's gonna burn a little bit. But I was like, okay, got distracted with my arm because they were putting the tourniquet on, and I was like, ooh, this is a fancy one, this is cool. And then my like arm starts to hurt, but because I'd already had 2 veins blow, I was really worried it was like a vein or something. And so I turned to her and I'm like panicking, and I'm like, I think my hand hurts. I wasn't even like, I don't even know what's happening, but I think it hurts. I knew it hurt, but the fact that I said I think my hand hurts just baffles me. But we kind of get to, she's like, that's okay, it's the medication, I told you it was gonna hurt, remember? And I was like, oh yeah. And at that point I start crying again because I was just really stressed and it hurt and everything. And I look at her and I was like, will you hold my hand? I really don't know where it came from, but she's like, of course. And so I like gripped her hand, and then that's how we fell asleep, like holding her hand and sobbing. so badass and cool. I tell you, I'm the most like cool person alive. Surgery went well. Cleaned up the TFCC. I'm assuming the bone's out of my arm. That's weird to think. I am 4 millimeters of bone shorter now. Fascinating. And then I woke up in the recovery room, and I woke up because my hearing aid's falling out. With anesthesia, whatever you kind of fall asleep doing, you tend to wake up doing as well, because it just kind of pauses you, not like puts you to sleep, really. So like if you go to sleep like and they have you count backwards from 10 or something, then you'll wake up continuing to count until you were kind of like for a few seconds before you're like orientated again. Because I fell asleep sobbing, I also woke up sobbing. So really the spitting image of cool here. And the nurse there was a different nurse than I like actually had before, and she was really nice and like really helpful. She goes to like kind of like almost immediately sits me up, and I'm like, I got POTS, you gotta do this slowly, this has got to be a very slow thing. She's like, yeah, we'll go slowly. And when I say slow, I mean like incrementally, like you need to like sit me up like this and wait, and this and wait, and this and wait, and that's how it has to be done. And she just kind of very slowly did that instead. And the second I got up and she looked at me, she's like, you okay? And I went, or she's like, are you, I don't even remember what she asked, but it was not a yes or no question. It was, how are you?
She's like, are you feeling okay?
Yeah, she's like, how are you? And I went, no. Just passed back out. Immediately like brought me down and then raised me up much slower. And then was very cautious the rest of the time she was with me. But I was on the bed, I just fell backwards, like not far, like maybe a few inches, and she caught me too. It wasn't like a, oh my god, I fell out, or passed out and fell, but like, yeah. And then the second I got up and moved, I went, uh-oh, I got pee. So I was like, can you help me to the bathroom? That was definitely an experience. I won't go into details for you guys, but it was an experience. Sophia's got all the details, and she's nodding from the other couch. She's waving, but I'm not picking up the phone, so I'll have to show you her later.
Like I said, you're a fishy's bitch.
But yeah, then Bianca and Sophia came back, and also by the time I woke up, I was completely dressed. So like, I guess they just dressed me in my sleep, and I'm just impressed because I'm wearing a full sports bra. Like, I'm impressed they got this thing on me. It's not an easy sports bra to get on. Maybe like oversight in my part, but it's my most comfortable sports bra. So, you know, that's what I like. But yeah, we went and we got to McDonald's and we came home, and then I've just kind of been chilling. It took a few minutes to get me set up, and we watched some Owl House, and then you went to class and we made some dinner and Gracie came over with cookies and we got my arm into the cheese prison and pain's not been too bad. Like I've been like, it's been the pain of like a nerve block wearing off, but I haven't had too much pain from the actual surgery yet. Knock on wood. It stays that way, but I know it won't.
Tonight.
Yeah. We were about mid-dinner when, nope, you were focusing on the wrong thing. When I started to regain movement to my fingers. So now I can like wiggle my fingers around completely and see.
Up what your fingers?
Yeah.
Do you want to demonstrate what happened at dinner?
Oh, I was gonna say, and I learned a new skill. Are you ready to see this? Are you coming over?
Yeah.
What are we demonstrating? Oh, you're just gonna sit there? Yeah, so
flipping me off and like my reaction.
I'm on the couch just vibing. I got my thing in it. Sophia's been on this side of the couch just sitting, and I was like, hey, Sophia, I got a gift for you. Are you ready?
And I'm like, yeah, what's up?
I'm a child, but I can.
You are. Big Karma's a bitch.
I'm
Wait, can I go through like the cheese hole?
I don't know. My
No, you
arm's
can't.
in the cheese hole.
No, I was like, seeing if I can go
Unless
through it.
you really like.
Hello.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Anyways,
I am a child. But
I
I'm
can
a
also
responsible child.
half sign the ASL alphabet again, but not well. But yeah, no, I can move my fingers. I don't have full control over my pinky just yet. It's kind of getting there, but it takes a lot more thought. And I can move my elbow, which is exciting. And in theory, I can move my shoulder. I can move the joint. I just can't like. I can't do anything with it. Like even trying to like lift it, there's nothing I could do. Like there's just it doesn't have any strength yet, so I can move it. I just can't do anything with it. But yeah, that's the update. I'm going to take my meds, including the pain meds that Bianca picked up earlier. And then I am going to go to sleep, hopefully, and try and sleep some of this off. And it's gonna be a rough night. I know that already, but we'll get through it. So that is my surgery check-in. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, the video is not over yet. I'm sorry. This is gonna be a long series, but we'll get there. Good night. Look, I can pat Kit. Wait, pet cat, not pat Kit. Oh, that kind of hurts. Back up we go. Hi, Kiki. Yep.
There we go. Sold.
We're recording.
What did I swallow?
But yeah, this is your setup.
My nice and comfy, cozy setup.
But it is past midnight.
And I'm covered in cats.
Yes.
Hello, I'm currently in the shower. I have my arm, so I do have a shower chair that I typically use. However, because I need to keep my arm kind of elevated, I'm sat on the floor of my shower, leaning against my shower chair with my arm on the side of the bathtub. And I was really worried I was gonna have issues. This is one of my weird things in the shower, is getting hair on my hands. And I don't like having hair go down the drain, so I try and keep a little like hair collection on the wall so I can just throw it away. Anyways, this is kind of a TMI gross thing, but I was really trying to like, how am I gonna do that? Well, if I'm sat on the floor, I can just kind of take my hand and wipe it on my leg and kind of get the hair off from my leg and then pick it off my leg and put it on the wall. Again, TMI and gross, but something I was really worried about. So if you're down a hand and that's something you're worried about, there you go. But yeah, no, I'm just literally sat on my my shower floor. I have a bathtub, so I'm just using the side of my bathtub to prop my arm up with. And yeah, shower's going great. I'm giving you a thumbs up, but you can't see it in my little protector. Hello, it is an end of day 2 update. Today's been interesting. So started off the day hopping on a Zoom call with somebody from our school, and I mean, it's somebody we work with a lot, so it wasn't like a big deal, so I literally just zoomed in from my bed looking like this. And meeting went well, kind of like slow start to the day, grabbed a shower. One of my friends came over. Sophia's been staying with me. She's one of my best friends, and she's been like sleeping here just in case I need anything. But another one of her friends came over and just hung out with us all afternoon. And then, yeah, I mean, it went well. Like this morning I woke up feeling, I actually slept really well last night. I tossed and turned a little bit. The worst was like I unplugged my electric blanket in the middle of the night, so I woke up really cold and was not like pleased by that. And so I like got up and like re-plugged it in, and then like realized my arm hurt, so I took some Tylenol and went back to bed. But for the most part, I slept pretty well. And then the morning I was pretty fine, and then afternoon I was pretty good, like high spirits, high energy. I mean, I was still like sat down the whole day, like piled in or curled up in a little pillow blanket pile, but kind of like once evening started rolling around, everything started hurting a lot, which is like, I don't know, I thought it would hurt a lot more last night or any point before this evening, but no, like the pain really kicked in this evening, and it was like, oh my gosh, I want to have my arm elevated, but this is exhausting, and the gravity from the splint hurts, but like setting it down on anything hurts to touch it, and I don't want to leave it hanging in the air because that hurts. Like, so half the time I'm just like doing this, but this is exhausting, but touching it to anything hurts. And like, you know, I've been taking pretty much as much Tylenol as I possibly can. The like pain meds that they prescribe me, I don't really like. They give me, and they have really strong like side effect of constipation, which is not ideal when I'm literally already on the max dosage of laxatives a human can possibly take in a single day and cannot take any more. So I'm like trying not to take it as much as possible, also because it wears off super quickly and then I literally can't take anything else on top of it. But yeah, it's just like, it hurts to touch, it hurts to just like do anything with, but it's okay. And I just like, I've kind of been curled up on the couch, like just like, I'm in pain and I don't like this, and like just like a ball of pillows, and like every once in a while I'm just like, ow, and then I'm like quiet again, and you know, but it's c'est la vie, I suppose. It's like, I don't know, the pain's like not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but also like I don't want it to be there. Like I thought I was gonna be like, I don't know, I thought the pain was gonna be worse sooner, but like it's not that bad. But at the same time, I am very unhappy that it's there anyways. I don't know, it's like, and it's stupid to say, but like the bone hurts. I mean, obviously it does, they broke the bone, and but my bone hurts. Oh, it's okay. My fingers are at least not swollen anymore. I can wiggle them around, do things. I feel like I have almost full mobility. It still hurts to like kind of like completely like stretch them straight out because I can feel the tendons kind of pulling. And I can do it's my index finger that hurts the most to pull back, but these two can go back pretty far. It's these two that don't. My thumb has like probably the least amount of mobility, but I'm wiggling them, keeping them from getting stiff, you know, trying not to hurt myself too much, making sure my elbow moves, all of that. No. It's a mix of like, oh, everything hurts because it's stiff, but now if I move it, it hurts, and what do I do? But it's okay. But I'm in bed. I've had a successful day of making it through the day. Tomorrow's gonna be an awful day because I actually have stuff I have to get to. I'm not happy about that, but it is okay. We'll make it work. Everything will be fine. Oh well. But yeah, time for bed. Good night. Hello. Hello, Sophia. How you doing? Okay, today is, how many days have it been? It's Saturday.
Saturday, so
Surgery's on Wednesday,
Wednesday,
so Thursday.
Thursday, Friday,
Well, no,
Saturday.
because it's Thursday, Friday.
Saturday.
Day 3 post-op is what it is.
I've been with you for 4, and that's the
Yeah,
that's
you came over on Wednesday, but today is 3 days post-op. I'm doing okay, barely any pain anymore, as long as I'm taking Tylenol. And it's time to go drop Sophia back off at home. Sadly, I'm losing my little helper.
I mean, we haven't trained me yet, so.
Not yet. But we're gonna go, and today is going to be the first time I try driving. So, hell yeah.
Alright, do you need anything else?
You're free. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is this?
Those are your...
Master has given Toby a shock! Toby is...
Hello. It is Sunday night. I've lost track of how many days post-op it is, but it is Sunday night. And pretty much I'm doing okay, even like without Tylenol in my system. Like there's not that much pain. It's all very manageable. With Tylenol, hardly feel anything unless I do something really stupid with my arm. But yeah, I mean, it's very little pain left, very little like anything at this point. Every once in a while, like I can feel everything and it's uncomfy, but like it's not like I haven't had moments where I have to like stop and like from pain, you know, like it's all been like very manageable. However, I've made a mistake. It's Sunday night. It's been a few days and I had like a slight little scritchy scritch, like right up against the edge of the break, like the cast, like not like you can see where the splint is, and then you can see where the like lack of splint is, but they're still wrapping. I gave a little scratch right there, technically underneath the wrapping, but not underneath the splint. But that was a mistake because now everything itches horribly, and under all of it, every part of it itches, and I can't do anything about it, and it just I'm gonna lose my sanity. It itches so badly. Well, it's like almost midnight and I have an 8 a.m., but looks like I'm not getting much sleep because this is just like an inferno of misery. It's not that bad. It just really itches. Hi, it is currently Monday, the end of Monday, and it has been like 5 days post-op. I'm doing good, like movement, I can like do things, I can pick things up, I can do full, yeah, I mean, pretty much almost no pain. The itchies have been persistent today, but not that bad. And then I kind of this moment where I was kind of like scratching, that I was like, I really shouldn't be shoving my finger inside of this cast because I don't know where the incision is, and that would be really stupid if I managed to hit it. And then I had this moment of like, I just can't wait to get this cast off, and then I was like, it's not coming off for a while. And I was like, okay, so, I was like, it's the 8th. The 8th is not that far away. And then I realized, no, that's still a week and a half away. And it's only been like, not even a full week yet. I'm losing my sanity slowly. I'm at the point where this is, I don't want it. It doesn't look good. I want it off. But that's not gonna happen anytime soon. I'm like, look at this though. Like, it's like fraying there. It's like fraying here. Fuzzies keep coming up, and it's just like uneven. And it's beige. Why is it beige? Like, I'm not enjoying it. Honestly, here's the thing. Do I really care if I'm in that much pain? No, not really. The pain, not as bad. The itchies, potentially worse than the pain. Literally scarring, oh my gosh, metal plating, all of the hassles, no, that's not, I mean, obviously that's important, but like, this is ugly. I know I'm really vain, right? I know that having an
ugly cast is not the end of the world. It is not the most important thing in life, but like, I can deal with the pain. I can deal with the itchies. I can deal with all of that, but like, an ugly beige little cast is not the vibe, right? I mean, cute dress, right? What am I supposed to do with this? Put a sock on it? I don't know. I have to go walk on stage, my graduation stage, and go shake the dean of my school's hand and be like, hi, yes, I'm an adult who's graduating. I'm progressively looking more and more like I've escaped Hobbiton in a barrel, but you know what? I am frustrated. The hair is picking up on that. Literally for no other reason other than this is really ugly and I have to wear it for another week and a half. I'm fine. Do I still think that this cast is ugly? Yes. But we are done with that breakdown because we are going to go see The Little Mermaid. And by we, I mean me. You're not coming with me because that would be illegal. But I'm going to go see The Little Mermaid with a friend. So, cast, whatever, not a problem. We'll be in a dark theater. Time to go. This is ridiculous. I have my port covered and I have my arm covered. I'm barely even taking a shower at this point. So tomorrow I leave for Florida and Mr. Cast gets to come off, which is so exciting. So yeah, tomorrow morning I'm going to get this bad boy removed. Obviously you'll be coming with me. We will get to see what's underneath it for the very first time. And then we're pretty much immediately going to Florida. So an exciting day. Orthopedic and then straight to the car to drive for hours, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's underneath. I'm ready to see what damage was done and hopefully move my arm, take a proper shower, and hopefully they'll be putting a brace on tomorrow and not another like cast or anything like that, which means I can go to the beach and I can go swimming, which is, you know, literally just in time to go down to Florida. So I am hoping I get a brace and not a cast. But we'll see tomorrow, so. Hello, today is officially 15 days post-op, and today is the day I go to get this off, and we finally see what is underneath. So I'm just about ready to go. I'm waiting on my mom, and then we are going to head over to the doctor. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry to cut off at that little spoiler alert there. And I mean, spoiler alert again, I guess. You'll want to make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss my next video to actually see what my incision looks like and all of that, and see all of my update progress on resurgery. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and go check out my other videos down below. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day, and as always, much love. Bye!